Hey everybody, it's TR back with episode 3 of On the Road. So yeah, we missed last week's upload. In fact, I just barely got my computer running again today. I thought I'd burned up a video card. I was processing my movie for last week, and which now will sit in the can for a couple of weeks because I'm inserting this particular update in the middle of it. The reason I am, a big event happened on the channel here just last week. Watch. That's right, 10,000 subscribers. I am as surprised as anybody. And it happened basically overnight. At the beginning of the month, well, I guess before Memorial Day, I know kind of how this happened. But before Memorial Day, I was running about 4,500, 4,400 subscribers, somewhere in that range. And I was pretty excited. I mean, that's pretty good for a channel like mine. It's been a small channel and has been since I started it way back in 2017. With the coronavirus and everybody being locked up at home for so long, I think it was such a relief when people could get out and camp that everybody got out for Memorial Day weekend. And right after Memorial Day weekend, my biogeomethod video, which is how I maintain my holding tanks, just exploded. And I picked up about 5,000 subscribers over a period of about 2.5 weeks. Like I said, I'm as shocked as anybody, but I'm also very thankful. And so I thought maybe I would take a minute and let all the new subscribers know how the channel works. I'm a full-time RVer. I live in a 2004 Newmar Dutch Star Class A motorhome. I've been traveling about the U.S. full-time this time since August of 2016. I spend my summers up north where the climate suits my clothes, if I can rip off a lyric there from Robert Hunter. And then in the winters I go south, and I usually end up somewhere down around Tucson. I'm sort of a snowbird, except I don't have a permanent base. But that's about to change. The RV how-to videos that you see on my channel are the outgrowth of living in a Class A RV that's 16 years old. And living in it full-time, you have got to do maintenance. You just have to. I mean, you're using these systems and the things in the RV. You're using them all the time. And they will wear out, or they will eventually need some maintenance or repair. So a lot of what you see on my channel as far as the RV how-to videos go are the outgrowth of just living in a Class A RV. I don't go out looking for projects. I haven't accepted sponsorships. That might change. I'm actually receiving now some queries that the channel's a little bigger, of some sponsorships that I'm actually interested in. And so you want to keep an eye out for that. There may be more to come on that front in the very near future. And then the rest of the channel is just a travel log. It's just me traveling around. I try to take you to some very interesting places where I can. I've been to a lot of the places I'm going to this summer, so I'm going to be expanding out and going a little bit further away from where I'll be staying. But yet I'm probably going to be staying in the same locations just for the sake of comfort, knowing I can get there, understanding what the situation is. So if a big spike in this virus comes up, then I don't have to worry about where I'm going to go. That is, unless they close all the campgrounds. In that particular case, I may be forced to go back to Tucson. I do have a reservation there for next winter. And so if push comes to shove, this would not be my first choice, by the way, because I already weathered, a couple, 3 weeks, 4 weeks of 100+ degree temperatures down there. I could do it, but it would be a long summer. So hopefully things stay quiet up here in Idaho where I am now, and we don't see a big outbreak. I'm not too concerned about it. There was a very low incidence of the virus in the counties I'm in now. So hopefully that stays the way it is and we don't have to worry about it going forward. But, and I've alluded to this a couple times in the channel, actually as far back as last fall, that I had been considering selling Rusty, my beautiful RV here, and that's going to happen. I'll be putting it on the market here shortly, but it seemed to me that I needed to do something about getting a home base before I sold the RV so I didn't end up homeless. Now, I wouldn't have ended up homeless. I've had multiple offers from friends in Idaho here to stay with them, and I don't want to be a burden on my friends. I'm keeping those in my back pocket, but I am not going to list the RV until I find some place to call home, which has proven to be quite a challenge. I've looked at 7 or 8 different houses in the last 2.5 weeks. I've made 5 trips to and from Pocatello, which is where I'm primarily looking. I'm also considering areas around Blackfoot and Idaho Falls, but my first choice will be to be in the Pocatello area because I have so many friends and family down there.
Cute little porch though.
Yeah, you know, it's not that bad, but man, look at this kitchen. Holy shit, look at that backsplash.
Wow.
Man, is that busy.
There's some time.
That stuff's expensive too.
This stuff is really expensive. Yeah.
God, I'd be hurting their feelings bad if they heard me
When
say
you
that
rip
one.
that out.
Yeah, that'd probably come down. Yeah, look, the whole deck. In fact, now you can see it right up here.
Yeah.
The whole deck is tipped off that way.
It's kind of gone that way.
And so what needs to happen is a 4x4 post. It's a steel lintel here. Oh, it's just hiding some sins.
Yeah.
But what needs to happen is probably a 4x4 post right here, and set out here enough to pick up this corner of the deck. Probably have to strip this down and do some framing in there to pick up the load.
And then you'd be okay.
Yeah.
But it's been challenging. Interest rates are at rock bottom lows right now. Mortgage rates, I should say. I mean, I got approved for a mortgage that's under 3%. But on the other hand, I don't want to go out and buy a big old house. I just don't need it. I need something that's going to keep me comfortable. It's going to give me some space to put my stuff. I mean, I live in 440 roughly square feet now, so anything larger than that's going to feel a whole lot bigger. But with the mortgage rates the way they are, I did make an offer on I think it was 3 houses. I don't know, I've looked at so many now. And I've been outbid on all of them. I don't want to chase the market. And the market in the lower end, well, I think the market in all ranges of houses, but it's particularly apparent in the lower end range, say under $175,000, that because money is so cheap, mortgage money is so cheap, people are out there, they're buying up everything they can get their hands on, and they're paying over the listing price. That to me feels like a little bit of an overheated market, and so I'm trying to avoid chasing the market. I'm going to be patient. I basically have all summer, and if by the end of summer I haven't found something and it's time to go south for winter, I'll just go south and we'll re-hit this again next spring. But if it turns out that I do find some place to call home between now and probably, say the 1st of September, then I may not return to Arizona for winter. I might just end up staying here in Idaho. However, I'm also considering becoming a true snowbird and buying a house, possibly getting a roommate, letting the roommate to live there from middle of November to middle of March alone, just enough to keep the place looked after, snow off the sidewalks, stuff like that, and go ahead and continue going south for winter. That option is still on the table. But ultimately, what the long-term goal is going to be to sell Rusty, buy a pickup with a slide-in camper, and start doing 3, 4, 5 day excursions out and back from my home base in the pickup and camper. Right now, what I'm thinking about doing, and this is probably what's going to happen, is I'm going to try to find an older camper shell, slide-in camper shell, and I'm going to gut it and completely rebuild the inside. I've been working on some sponsorships with a couple of companies that would supply me some of my more expensive parts for a camper shell build out like that, so it'll be a little bit more inexpensive. And of course, you can count on the same high quality how-to videos as I rebuild a camper shell. So that's all to come. We'll just have to see how the timing works out and when this all comes together. So this is just kind of a short, almost one-take video. I'm going to have to chop out some of my ums and ahs and he's and stumbles around and so on and so forth, and stop and just sniff my nose. My allergies are bad right now. So there you have it. Bit of a change coming for the channel. I want to stop and say thank you so much to all my new subscribers. I know you came over for the RV how-to videos. I'm hoping you'll watch some of my travel vlogging and you'll enjoy it. So let me just say thanks so much to all my new subscribers, all 5,300 of you or so. It's been a really fun last 3 weeks, in the sense, watching the channel grow so fast. It's also been really challenging, back and forth, looking at houses, trying to make a decision on what's best to do. So not to worry though, I'll still be making actually, I think it's going to be refreshing to the channel. I felt like I've been in a bit of a rut, personally, and on the channel now for a couple of years. Kind of basically been doing the same thing, just going through the motions. And so I'm looking to shake things up a little bit. I think that's going to be good. And looking forward to a fresh, new, exciting way of traveling, getting out. I will say this though. This decision really has little to nothing to do with this coronavirus. I know some full-timers have freaked out, and I know this has gotten popular, that a lot of full-timers are looking for their bases, for a home base. The coronavirus is not driving this decision in my mind at all. What is driving this is that I'm kind of tired. Kind of tired of the move, kind of tired of having to plan ahead. There's a lot of things about full-time RV life that, you know, I mean, it's good, it's fun, right? But when it comes right down to it, I'm just sick and tired of moving and looking forward to having a home base. Well, I know that's probably shocking, and I hope people aren't too upset, but I think that's what's going to be best for the channel. That's the direction we're going to go in the very near future. It could happen as soon as 2 months. It could happen, you know, in 6 or 7 months. It's time to be patient, to find the right house, and make a good deal on it, and not chase an overheated real estate market. And so those things are in the back of my mind as I move forward. Well, you might also notice I got a haircut finally. Hooray! That's going to have to do it for this update. Now that I've got the computer and everything's back together and running good, I'm going to put together sort of a little special episode for 10,000 subscribers. But for right now, I'm going to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for supporting me at my Amazon store, visiting me at my website over at www.trboland.com, and watching the videos. So if you like this video, be sure and give me that thumbs up. Those are always helpful. Comments, I love getting your comments, so be sure and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not a subscriber. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I sure do appreciate it. Until we get together for another edition of On the Road,